Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a major development in Indian politics, the One Nation, One Election proposal. It's about holding elections for everything, parliament, state assemblies, all at once. There are big arguments for and against this. Think of it like a really intense game of political Tetris. We'll break down what this proposal means and why it's causing a stir. So grab your voter ID card and let's get into it. Imagine this. Instead of separate elections for the Lok Sabha, state assemblies and local bodies, India would hit the polls all at once. Everyone from the Prime Minister to local officials, all up for grabs on the same day. It's like a nationwide buffet of democracy. India did this for its first few elections after independence. Can India pull off this massive synchronized election, or will it descend into chaos? From 1951 to 1967, India was basically living the same election year on repeat. Lok Sabha elections? Boom! State elections right alongside them. But then, in 1967, things started to unravel faster than a cheap kurta in a monsoon. The Lok Sabha elections got moved up, throwing the whole synchronized system out of whack. And ever since then, it's been a bit of a free-for-all, with elections happening at all levels of government practically year-round. Why consider going back to simultaneous elections? Supporters argue it's about efficiency. Think of the money saved on polling stations, ballots, and security. Less campaigning means less distraction. But there's a flip side. Critics say one giant election could overshadow regional issues. You can't talk about one nation, one election without mentioning Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He's been pushing this since he took office, even in his Independence Day speeches. Modi and the BJP are so keen on this idea, it's in their 2024 manifesto. High risk, high reward, and many watching nervously. In 2023, Modi created a high-level panel to tackle simultaneous elections. Leading this team was former President Ram Nath Kovind. It's like calling in the Avengers for election reform. They faced tough questions: how to make it happen, what are the legal hurdles, and finding enough ballot boxes. In March 2024, the panel submitted its report, and spoiler alert, they think it can be done. But hold your horses, it's not quite as simple as just saying, okay, everyone vote on Tuesday, we've got a cricket match to get to. The panel recommended some pretty significant amendments to the Indian Constitution. We're talking two-phase elections, one for the Lok Sabha and state assemblies, then another for local bodies within 100 days. Now, what happens if there's a hung parliament, you ask? Good question. The panel thought of that too. In that scenario, fresh elections would be held, but only for the remaining term. Think of it as a political do-over, but with slightly less fanfare the second time around. And to avoid any last-minute scrambling, the Election Commission would need to become masters of planning, figuring out the logistics for both scenarios well in advance. Under this new system, even local body elections wouldn't escape the synchronized fun. They'd be held within 100 days of the Lok Sabha and assembly polls, turning a low-key affair into a political extravaganza. But here's the catch. Getting this done requires at least half of India's states to agree. Will one nation, one election be the game changer its supporters claim? There are potential advantages. Holding all elections together could boost voter turnout. It could also reduce voter fatigue, and then there's the money. Think of all the funds freed up for governing. You might be wondering if any other country has tried simultaneous elections. The answer is yes. Places like South Africa, Sweden, and Germany have tried synchronized voting. But India, with its unique blend of political parties and diversity, can't just copy another model. India needs its own path, one that works for its unique circumstances. That's a wrap on One Nation, One Election. We've explored the ins and outs of this ambitious proposal. Now, It's your turn to weigh in. Do you think simultaneous elections are the key to a more efficient democracy? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.